First, let's set the stage. Straight out to in-session correspondent Gene Casares. Gene, you were there in court for the drama. You saw Sandusky walk in with a bulletproof vest and then prison red over it, shackles. But was he also wearing his trademark smirk and his little goofy smile when the men he sexually abused, his boys, looked him in the eye? Yeah.
It's just what I was going to tell you, because the smile on his face for most of today's such serious proceedings was there. The only time it really wasn't there was when he was speaking to the court, when he was talking about his life, all the hospitals he's visited, the prisons he visited to visit second miles students that were there. And then finally, when he broke down talking about his family, his wife, his life, that he celebrated 46 years of marriage, and he turned over to hug his wife, and it was the cement wall of his cell. He wasn't smiling then, but for really the entire hearing today, he had a smile on his face, or a smirk would be more apt.
So tell me briefly, as these boys who are now men look him in the eye, what were some of the key things they said, and how did he react?
You know, they were all different, but all similar at the same time. Victim number 6 was the first to take the stand, just graduated from college, Bible college, talked about how you told me the tickle monster. That's what you were when I was in the shower with you at Penn State. And I couldn't process it. I couldn't understand it. And I cried to Jesus for help. And he led me finally down the road. And I'm not at the end of the road, but I'm on my way. And he ended by saying, you have to admit what you've done, because if not, there will be a greater punishment for you to come. The next
I've got to tell you this,
and this is victim 5.
Let me say this, and let me jump in with this. There is no remorse in this man. He went on the radio rant the night before, and the judge heard it, and he admitted he heard it, where he basically said, they did it to me. I'm the victim here. And after that defiant radio interview, the judge still gives him this, I think, ridiculously light sentence. Let's break it down. You do the math with me. The judge gave Sandusky a minimum of 30 of the possible 400 years behind bars. That means he could be up for parole by the time he's 98 years old. That is not a life sentence. Correction. Everybody's calling it a life sentence. My mom is 97 soon. She's doing just fine. And I think she's going to make it to 98 and 99. So he's got hope that he could get out. There are 10 victims. Okay, so 30 years, you're basically giving him 3 years per victim. And since he was convicted on 40 counts, you're basically giving him less than 1 year per count. Brian Claypool, criminal defense attorney, Penn State graduate, that's not justice in my book. That is a slap on the wrist.
Hey, Jane, this was an abomination. You know, today should have been about great triumph, because great triumph comes from great tribulations. And today should have been all about the victims and validating what the victims went through here, and then using this as the first step towards healing and reform in our society. And this was everything but that, because you have a judge in Center County that did everything that Penn State officials did for 10 years. He ignored Jerry Sandusky. He cowered to Jerry Sandusky. And I'm wondering today, Jane, whether that judge was wearing a Penn State football jersey. Does anybody know in the courtroom? Did he forget his robe today? Was he wearing a jersey? Did he ask Jerry for an autograph on the way out of the courtroom? This is